Welcome to FPL Grind, where I will be helping you in making your dream FPL team. So, after a long international break, the Premier League is back, and we are in for Game Week 9. Last week was pretty great for me because I was 17 points clear of the average, so let me show you my team. In goal is Alphonse Areola. In defense it was Udogi, Romero and Byrne, with Romero scoring 8 points. And captain I had Salah, which was the differential in my team, and he made 30 points, Madison with 6 points, and other 5 players, Mbeumo, Foden, James Ward-Prowse, Haaland and Morris collectively scoring only 9 points. So Salah saved me and was the differential for the week, and it boosted my rank pretty much. So now let's dive into Game Week 9 stats. The top transfers this week are Watkins, given his easy run of fixtures, but this time it's against West Ham United, who are pretty good defensively. Then we have Mo Salah, who played brilliantly last week. Then James Maddison, Matty Cash, and Anderson from Crystal Palace, who is like one of the most brilliant defenders out there in this season. Okay, so now let's take a look at my team. In goal, I have new goalkeeper Matt Turner, who costs only £4.1 million, might be the cheapest Premier League playing goalkeeper. But then there is Thomas Strakosha from Brentford, who costs only £3.9 million, so he might as well be the cheapest goalkeeper if he plays regularly, that is in Brentford. So Turner faces Luton Town, which is like the most favourable club to keep clean sheet against after Sheffield United, I guess. So it can be a nice fixture, and Matt Turner can do a lot of saves and have a clean sheet as well. 15.9% of people have selected him. Now let's take a look at my defense. I have the big guy Dan Burn from Newcastle, who is getting more popular and expensive as we speak. He faces Crystal Palace at home, so it is a great fixture. So there can be some points for Dan Burn. Next up, I have Udogi from Spurs, who faces Fulham. Again, a favourable fixture. He costs £4.9 million now, and 21% almost people own him. And he is good, kept a clean sheet against Luton Town last week, gave me the points, so he's great. Turning on to the next defender, I have Christian Romero, who just had an ankle injury over the international break against Peru, I guess. So he is flagged right now, but the Spurs match is on a Monday night, so he can be fit to play because he was like called off early. So I guess I will be playing him in my team, and he also faces Fulham obviously. 17% of people have owned him, and he costs £4.8 million. Okay, then moving on to the midfield, I have Mo Salah as my first midfielder, who is participating in a Merseyside derby this weekend, and he scored 15 points last week, which was his best run of the season. So I had him as my captain, so I was pretty happy. £12.6 million is the price you pay for the highest scoring FPL midfielder until now. He's joined top scorer with Ollie Watkins, so he is pretty much kind of worth the 12.6 million mark, and he will continue to display his class. So Mo Salah is a very good pick for the team. Coming up to the next midfielder, I have Bryan Mbeumo, whose ownership and price are both steadily decreasing because he isn't really doing anything over the last 3 or 4 weeks, I guess. He blanked in every one of them, and this is the last chance he is getting against Burnley, and then I'll be moving him over to Saka, I guess. So Bryan Mbeumo, please reward me with some points this time. He costs £6.7 million now and is owned by 21.2% of people as of now. He faces Burnley, so if he doesn't score now, when will he score, right? Let's see what happens this week. The next midfielder in my team is James Maddison, who faces Fulham, which is a pretty good fixture for Spurs, and he costs £8.1 million and is owned by 38.4% of people. And I will not be really surprised if he is priced as same as Heung-min Son by the end of the season, because he is already £0.6 million more expensive in the 8 game weeks that we are at. So He's an excellent player, and let's see what happens against Fulham. Last time, Kurt Bissouma got a red card, and that's why Spurs were not Spurs. So let's see what happens this time. My next midfielder is James Ward-Prowse, who faces Aston Villa away, and ever since I took him, he's blanking, but I hope he will reward me in the long run. He costs £6.3 million, and 13.7% of people own him. He's a great asset for West Ham, and I believe that he might do something this week. Last week it was against Newcastle, one of the best defenses in the league. So let's see what he does this time. My last midfielder is from Manchester City, Phil Foden, and he almost every time scores against Brighton, and this time I hope he does the same. It is at home and he is owned by 12.1% of people. He costs £7.6 million and has scored 38 points up till now, so he's a decent asset for the team. Let's see if he does something this time against Brighton, who are not very good defensively right now because of the absence of Pervis Estupiñán, right? Moving on to the forwards, I have Erling the Ghost Haaland, because he is just like ghosting in the past few matches. I hope he does something against Brighton, because we managers don't like £14 million blanking over some weeks, right? His ownership and price have decreased over this week. Let's see if the Viking returns. My next forward is Carlton Morris, who faces Nottingham Forest away. So he's owned by 6.8% of people only and costs £5.6 million. So he's on penalty duty, so I hope he does get a penalty, because apart from that, it's pretty hard for Luton Town to score at this moment of time. So Carlton Morris, return some points please. So that is my playing 11 for the week. Coming up to the armband choices, I'm currently captaining Haaland and I'm making Salah vice captain. Of course, it is subject to change over the next 1 or 2 days. I will update you on my Instagram. If you haven't already followed, please do that. Link is in the description. So I hope I will be making Haaland or Salah or Maddison my captain, and that is a huge range of choices, but all three of them are excellent, having excellent fixtures. So let's see what happens. Last time I took the risk of making Mo Salah the captain and it rewarded me pretty much. So I will be taking more risks over the season. Let's see. Coming up to the bench, I have Areola and Emerson from West Ham, who face Aston Villa away, and the Aston Villa attack is pretty good, so having the defenders is not a good choice, I guess. Then I have Avoni, who is injured, I guess up till November 5 at least. So it was a really good fixture for him facing Luton Town, but unfortunately he cannot play. Then in the end I have Sven Botman, who faces Crystal Palace, and he might be returning this weekend, so I'll be having a look at the news and I will make a change if he plays. Let's see. I've already used my transfer for Ederson to Matt Turner, so I have 0 free transfers. My squad cost is £99.4 million and my bank balance is £2.2 million. I will be adjusting my team for the return of Bukayo Saka to the team as well. So that's all folks. Thanks for watching. If you found the video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel. It really feels nice, and follow my Instagram as well. See you soon. Have a good game week. Peace out.